Thanks, Michael. Now, throughout the country, whether you look in schools, hospitals, retirement homes, anywhere that stress levels are high, you'll find therapy dogs. Our furry friends spreading love to those in need, and one local howling hero is Harper. She's here with her handler, Marilyn, to give us a peek into the life of a therapy dog. So, Marilyn, first things first, tell us a little bit about Harper here.
Harper is a 7-year-old golden retriever. I've had her since she was 8 weeks old, and she was born on Valentine's Day. And her gift is giving love and loves to be around people.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. What are you searching for, Harper? Who's a good little lady? Yes. So, what was the process like getting Harper certified as a therapy dog? Because I'm assuming there's a lot that goes into a dog going into schools, hospitals, etc.
There are. I think one of the most important things is you have to have control of your dog. There has to be some sort of obedience. Mm-hmm. And the one thing about Harper is that when she was a puppy, I sent her to a puppy kindergarten class. And it's where they learn basic socialization skills and some obedience. Yeah. And then when she graduated from there, we joke and say she went to college. She went to boot camp.
Did you go to college?
And where she lived with the trainer for a month. And they trained her, to be well-mannered, behave on the leash. And then they also trained me, the owner, so that I could carry that through. So that carries through. Your dog has to be well-behaved when they're around other people, when they're in the schools, hospitals. And so I have control of her at all times. Our process in getting to here, we had to go through some evaluations this summer and through some testing. And once we were approved, we started working in the schools in October.
She is the sweetest little lady. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is, yes, it's a lot of work for the dogs, a lot of things for you to learn, sweet girl. Mm-hmm. But what a lot of people seem to not understand is there's equally amounts to learn as the handler. It's so important, not just for the dog to be trained, but there to be a little bit of training for the human that looks out for her as well. So what was that like for you? What kind of training did you have to go through to be Harper here's handler?
I had to go through an evaluation process as well.
Oh, okay.
The evaluator would take me into medical facilities and give me suggestions like how to handle certain situations differently. We've been with assisted living centers, we've been to hospitals, we've been to memory care units. Oh. And so it's all different aspects, different ways you handle different visits. Mm-hmm. My passion, my love of life is middle school kids. I taught forever, and I want to give back to the kids, and I see what a difference she makes. So I wanted to make sure that she would be a good fit for kids. And
you also make a difference, little lady.
You also have to make sure that your dog likes it. You have to look out for signs from them that they're not enjoying it, but you can tell.
You can. She's such a good girl.
Thank you.
She's very distracting. I can't stop squishing her, and she does not seem to have a problem with that.
She does not.
The work you and Harper do is so important, Marilyn. It's so, particularly now. Like I'm thinking back to my middle school days, and even then, I didn't have to worry about half of what middle schoolers today have to worry about. So if you wouldn't mind, in our last couple minutes together, if you could share a story with us about a life or even just a day that's been changed for the better because of this sweet little lady.
I have two in mind, but I'll start with one. A couple of weeks ago, we were visiting a classroom, and there was a young man, a 7th or 8th grader, who has moved here from a different country and doesn't speak English very well, doesn't have a lot of friends, very quiet, and the teacher's like, hey, he's kind of withdrawn, he doesn't really communicate. Any chance Harper would, do her thing? And he came over, and he looked down, and Harper looked up, and he started petting her, and then just this huge smile on his face. And Harper, like she's doing now, she does a hug, she'll put her head up against you, and she just stood by this boy's side for the whole visit. And he went to go sit down, she fouled him, and just the smile on his face was priceless.
Oh, you are a good girl, Harper. And you said you had a second one in our last visit or so?
Yes, I'll go really quick. The last visit we were in the hallways, and we saw we were stopped by a young lady, 6th grade student, who's nonverbal. And she was afraid of Harper at first, but we sat down, and by the end of the visit, this nonverbal girl was making this little heart sign above her head, or heart, and she wanted me to take her picture with Harper.
Oh.
And then she gave me a hug, which made me cry.
Oh.
So, Harper just does great things. She gets people to relax. and she just is like there, no judgment.
Wow, no judgment, just a sweet, sweet, fluffy face.
I think so too.
So, how can the community get in touch with you? Is there anything they need to know? If they want Harper to come to their school, their hospital, their nursing home, how can they set this up? Because this sweet girl needs to spread her love everywhere.
Thank you. I set up an Instagram account because I wanted to share her work and her journey as we visit with people. So they can contact us at Harper the Therapy Dog. And if they message me, I'll get back to them. We can arrange it. School's out in June, and Harper looks forward to her weekly visits at the middle school. So I'm hoping to continue this summer. If there's first responders or anybody who wants to visit, let me know.
We need to fill this sweet girl's dance card.
Yes,
Come on,
you do.
people. And if you didn't have a chance to write down that Instagram handle, don't worry about it, because I'm going to make sure it's directly linked on 9and10news.com so that you can get this little lovely lady wherever she needs to be to help spread joy in our community. Marilyn, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
And Harper, baby girl, you're doing fantastic work. Thank you for all the hard work that you do for us. Now,